Thank you for your interest in Collegiate Concepts Loft System. In this segment, we will show you how easy it is to assemble your loft with 2 people and no tools whatsoever. Your loft may vary slightly from what you see here, but the basic concepts of assembly is pretty much the same with all loft units. First of all, let's inventory all the parts you should have. End pieces. You should have 2 of them that serve not only as a support for your loft, but also can be used as a ladder to get in and out of your bed. Top rail. This is the heaviest piece in the collection and will be where you place your school-supplied springs and mattress when the loft is completed. Cross braces. You should also have 2 of them. These brace the loft and keep it from moving side to side. Bolts, washers, and wing nuts. There should be 3 sets of these. Optionally, you may have a safety rail and/or a shelf unit. These are features that you may or may not have included in your order. Some schools require a safety rail for every unit. End caps. There may be as many as 8 of these that cover the exposed ends of the end pieces that are not covered by a shelf. If you are missing any of these mandatory parts, please contact your Collegiate Concepts Program Manager via the website to obtain them. Now let's assemble your loft. First of all, find your 2 end pieces and hold them side by side. They should be almost identical, but please note that one side of each of them has a tab. The end pieces, when facing each other, should be mirror images with the tab facing inward towards each other. Lean or support one end piece against a wall as perpendicular as you can without it falling over. Keep the second end piece about the length of the loft away from the first end piece, but keep it within easy reaching distance. Now we will be working with the top frame. Pick up the top rail and hold it parallel to the ground with the end hook facing down. There is a similar tab like the end pieces have on one side of the top rail. Make sure this tab is on the same side as the tabs of the end pieces. As you approach the end piece, lift one end of the top frame to the desired height of the bed and place the hook end into the appropriate slot on the inside of the end piece. With that end of the top frame secured in the slot, grab the other end piece and move it into position for the other end of the top frame to be set into the slots at the same level as the first ones. Now that the top frame is properly inserted into each end piece, the entire unit is somewhat steady. Now to the cross braces. The cross braces should be the exact same length. Take the cross braces and one of the 3 bolts and place the bolt through one end of each cross brace and the tab on the top frame. Put the washer and wing nut on and make it snug but not too tight. Be sure the wing nut is under the top rail, not protruding out from the top rail, as this will mar any walls the loft is placed against or can scratch people who come in contact with it should it be placed outward. Now with the cross braces secured to the top rail, they should be dangling from the middle. Take one cross brace and one of the remaining bolts and rotate the cross brace to the end piece and you should line up with the tab. Put the bolt, washer, and wing nut in that tab. You may tighten this as much as you want at this time. Do the same to the other cross brace to the other end piece. Finally, tighten the middle wing nut to your satisfaction and your loft is basically set up and ready. Take your school-supplied springs and mattress and place them on the top rail. Each school's units may be slightly different. If you have a safety rail, you'll notice that at the bottom of each tube, there is an L-shaped attachment that has a slot behind it. Set the 2 slots of the safety rail on the end of the top rail that you want to protect. Make sure the L shape faces into the top rail under your mattress. The weight of the mattress and the occupant will secure the safety rail. If you also have a shelf, pick whichever upward-facing end piece top you wish to place the shelf on, and if an end cap is present, remove it. Place the shelf onto the rail using the circular slot. This shelf should rotate freely. And that is all there is to it. Simply reverse this process when it is time to disassemble the loft. If you have any questions or problems with your loft or any Collegiate Concepts product, contact your program manager via the website and they will make sure that you are accommodated.